Hey everybody, Mischa here with Word of the Day, and there it is, pivotal. What does this adjective pivotal mean? Well, it means, of course, constituting a pivot, which would be a movement or a change in the face of something coming at you that's different from what it was. It means something that's critically important. Something that is pivotal. It's like this matters because you have to make adjustments. You have to modify in order to adapt and improve. Okay? So, for example, if your community is hit with an enormous flood, that's a pivotal event that's going to cause you to have to spend money and make adjustments in your environment. Okay, where does this adjective pivotal come from? It comes from the French pouer, meaning to pivot, the verb. Now, interestingly enough, to pivot comes into English in the Middle English period in the 14th century, but the adjective pivotal, that does not arrive until the mid-1800s. Remembering that this word means crucially important. So, for example, if you call something a pivotal event, it's crucially important and it causes need for an adjustment. Okay, how about, I'm going to use it 3 times. First one, getting married is a pivotal event in the life of an individual, as is having children. And of course, those 2 pivotal events cause tons of pivoting all your lifetime, right? Okay, now how about this one for Black History Month? One of the pivotal events of the 1960s was Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream, in Washington, D.C. in 1961. It was an enormously pivotal event, not only because 250,000 people showed up to watch it, but it was aired on all the major networks, and so for millions and millions of Americans, it was really our first exposure, serious exposure to Martin Luther King. And finally, in my personal pivotal event, my pivotal event is actually linked to number 2 because I watched that speech live. And it was pivotal in many, many ways, but I would like you to try, if you can, it's almost impossible, to imagine listening to that speech as a 10-year-old kid, or a 9-year-old kid really, and not knowing what he was going to say next. Knocked my socks off. I was never the same. Okay, see if you can use that word pivotal, and I'll see you tomorrow.